Rose Simmons, and I'm with Tropical Snow Awatuki. I'm the owner-operator, and I've been doing this on a food truck basically, for the past 6 years, and we've had the opportunity to go to so many fun events, and I just love that, and it's really been a blessing. I really like it. And here at Tropical Snow Awatuki, we've been open for a year, and we just hit a year on March 1st. And it's been great too. I've met so many wonderful people in the community here in Awatuki, and it's amazing how everybody's so supportive. I've been with Southwest Airlines for 28 years. I'm currently still employed there. And 7 years ago, my son was playing football at Mountain Point High School, and I was working in the concession stand, and I saw all the trucks and all the vendors, and I'd been at Southwest for quite a while, and I was like, I wanted to do something different, and I just saw it, and I saw how fun it looked, and I'm like, I can do that. And I've never been an entrepreneur. I've never had that desire to be an entrepreneur, but something just clicked in me, and I'm like, I can do this. And then shortly after I had that feeling, I had an accident, and I broke my arm in 4 pieces, and I was out of work for 3-4 months. And during that time, I took the opportunity to research how to start your own business, and here I am. It's not really a franchise in that we pay a franchise fee. It's a business agreement. I agree to sell their products and use their trade name, and I can pretty much do my own thing. There's certain rules I have to follow, but I've tried a lot of different brands, and Tropical Snow is definitely the best. I'm very happy with my decision. Oh my gosh, I love my business. I love my customers. I love what I do, and I don't know if you're familiar with SCORE. They're a company for small business, and I went to a lot of their seminars in the beginning, and I talked to one of the speakers after the seminar, and I said, I feel overwhelmed. There's so much, I had no idea it was all about marketing and bookkeeping and all that. I said, I just want to make snow cones. And so he said, you do what you do best. And he said, everything else you outsource. And I have done that somewhat. I really need to do that with social media because I'm not that great at it, but I'm figuring it out, and I've learned a lot. The store's easier because I'm not lugging generators. We have blocks of ice, gallon buckets of blocked ice. So sometimes when you go to an event, you might take 60 or 80 gallons of blocked ice. And it's a lot of lifting and crates of syrups. It's a lot of work on the truck. And I'm 53 years old now, and it was getting to be a lot for me. So I thought a store would be, a lot less maintenance. I unlock the door, I walk in. I make my syrups in the bag, it's just, I thought it'd be a lot easier. And it is. But I love the truck. The truck is a lot more fun to go. I go to all kinds of fun events. I was just at the BMX Winter Nationals up north. There were 12,000 people there. It was amazing. I go to Mesa Arts Festival. I have a lot of corporate clients, Dish Network, American Airlines, Southwest Airlines. I do a lot of their corporate. They hire me to serve their employees. That's what I do. And I love that. Well, in today's environment with the coronavirus, lots of changes. All my events have canceled. My events are my money makers. So that's been a real scary feeling. That's never happened before. So I've always been able to count on my events. I have consistent events I do all the time. So right now it's all about the store. And the store is not as lucrative as the truck yet, but it will be. It will be. But yeah, that's really, other than that, I haven't really seen any changes. It's always fun. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. I meet so many really cool people. Our busy times are spring and fall. Spring and fall, it's always busy. We have lots of events. There's always something going on in Arizona. We're loaded with that. Summer's super slow because there's no events. That's when I focus on corporate. That's when companies have me out to serve their employees in the middle of the summer. And so that goes over very well. The employees love it. Not enough people know that they can do that for their employees at a reasonable price. And then in the winter, originally when I started the business, I thought that December and January would be I'd take those months off as far as the business goes, and it hasn't been like that. I've been able to maintain, not every weekend, but yeah, I definitely don't park it and walk away in the winter. There's applications, there's licensing, there's lots of fees, lots of fees. Every city has fees, and because you're mobile, because I'm mobile, I pay fees in every city, so it's expensive, but it's definitely lucrative too. You can definitely make some money. Yeah, I love it. I was fortunate in that because I've been at Southwest for a long time, I was able to take a 401k loan, and that's how I was able to start my business. So I'm very grateful that I've had that opportunity to have that, and that's what got me started both in my mobile and again now in my store. Don't give up your day job. That's really important. Get into it gradual. Don't think that overnight you're going to be a success, because it doesn't happen that way. But yeah, I still have my day job 6 years later. 6 years later, I still have my day job, and I'm so grateful for that. I've been so fortunate in that I've been able to go part-time at Southwest, so, but I still have my benefits, I still have my health insurance, I still have, all the things that are most important to me. Yeah, my son and I mentioned how he was playing football at the time, and that's how I decided I could do that. And my son and I wanted to get him involved in something. He was 16, 17, 15 maybe, freshman. And so he and I did it together for a long time. And it was just him and I doing it. And then when he got like 18, he was like, okay, I'm going to go out with the girls. He was all into girls then. So that, then I started hiring people. And I've been really fortunate to find some really good people that really have my back. I mean, they've really, in tough times, they volunteered to work for free, because they know I got them. And they've been great, and they're people I've all met since the business. They're not like long-time friends, right? It's hard to find good help, and that's such a true statement. I know immediately when I meet someone, like I've offered someone at the bank that I bank at, if you're ever looking for a part-time job, let me know, because I know by their personality. One thing I learned at Southwest is that you can teach anybody anything pretty much. It's their personality you can't change. So when I see that personality walk through the door, that's when I know. And a couple was in here the other night, some young, they were probably 19, I think, 19, 20. And I was like, if you guys are ever looking for a part-time job, let me know. Because I knew immediately, just from talking to them for 10 minutes, they're someone I would have working in my store. Just have a great attitude and a wonderful sense of humor. I have a great sense of humor most of the time. I do get down, but it's only temporary. And I know the bad times are temporary, and so are the good times. So, yeah. So it's I love it. I wouldn't have done anything different. Well, maybe a few things, but but overall, I'm very pleased. This store's taken longer than I expected to take off. If I had it to do over, I may have had a second truck. Although I know for me, and with the physical limitations, because a lot of times it's just me on that truck, and it just gets harder and harder. And I've had back surgery, so I really shouldn't be lifting 76-pound generators, but I do. Lift with your legs. That's the key. That's the true statement too. I take advice from people. Yeah, and you never meet an unhappy person, and if you do, they got something else going on. It's not because of anything. They walked in the door unhappy. So, my job is to cheer them up, and I usually can. In the beginning, I didn't have these stools sitting here. I just had tables, but nobody uses the tables. Everybody hangs out at the bar, whether they're standing here or sitting here, because I knew I had to get bar stools because everybody hung out here, and they still do, and I love that. I love that. Yeah.